Good morning, everyone. It's Heavy, and welcome back to Cold Plunge every day until Bitcoin 50K. We've got some big news for you today, so buckle up. Today, I will be giving you a quick report on the state of the cryptocurrency markets, and then we will be going for our cold plunge. Quick disclaimer, I've decided to move to the upload format rather than the live stream format. First, we will be starting out with the price of Bitcoin. We're currently sitting at $32,196. This is the triangle pattern I've been telling you all about for the last few days. We can see there was that big sell-off last week, but then it stuck to this range and seemed to be tightening up pretty well. And I was talking about it reaching the apex of the formation and that we would see either a breakout or a breakdown. And unfortunately, yesterday we saw a pretty significant breakdown in price where we saw lows all the way down to $28,900. We're well below the 50-day moving average and down at the 200-day moving average. In fact, it actually broke down below the 200 several times, but it seems to have found a little bit of support there. One interesting thing to look at is the selling volume in that big sell-off last week was much higher than it was yesterday. We saw two really big red candles at the beginning of the day for the 8 a.m. 4-hour candle and then the 12 o'clock 4-hour candle. So we pretty much had 8 straight hours of selling. But then we get this really big green candle right around midnight last night. So it's looking like the 30,000 level is pretty strong support. Hopefully this weakness doesn't turn into more broad selling where we see a possible return down to the 24,000 to 20,000 level. Up next, we will quickly look at the Ethereum chart, which is sitting at $1,227 per coin. Ethereum also faced a pretty significant amount of selling yesterday, and we can see that it's majorly off its all-time highs. Yesterday, it notched lows of $1,042, which is almost $400 less than the all-time high it set about 48 hours earlier at $1,440. Pretty significant volatility in the cryptocurrency markets right now. So I wanted to just show you all this article real quick before the cold plunge, written by Steve Sosnick from Interactive Brokers. He mentions a very interesting thing in this article, which is that Bitcoin has a 100% annualized volatility, which means that it's prone to move about 6.25% per day. That's it for the cryptocurrency news today. Let's go get our cold plunge in. So, our morning temperature readout is that it's currently 41 degrees here. A little colder than it was yesterday. And our buddy Bitcoin Bob tells us that it's actually about 46 degrees in the pool. So the temperature has been steadily climbing. I hope we can get a reversal on that trend because the price of Bitcoin's been dropping and the temperature's been declining. All right, this is what you all came here for. The crypto cold plunge. 3, 2, 1. Whew. You know, it's amazing when you swim in this water every day, you can really tell the temperature difference. Like I can feel the difference between 44 and 46. So can Bitcoin Bob. You know, I want to get one of these pool thermometers and put like one of those Bitcoin symbols on top of it instead of the ducky. So, Bitcoin Bob, you might be getting replaced. If you started cold plunging because you've been inspired by my cold plunging, please drop a comment below. Let me know what kind of positive health effects you've noticed from it. I've noticed all kinds, as I mentioned a lot. My joints feel a lot better, specifically my knees and my shoulders feel a lot better if I've cold plunged that day than not. I can definitely feel a difference in the afternoon if I cold plunged that morning versus if I didn't. It's also a really good way to kind of get the vibes going, you know, it really endorses a lot, it really releases a lot of endorphins and just makes you feel really good. There have been multiple clinical trials actually that are studying the use of cold water therapy for curing things like depression. Hopefully one of these days I'll be able to find a pool that's colder than 46, because I would really like to try ice water. I guess I could in the bathtub. I could throw I could throw a couple bags of ice into a bathtub and do a proper ice bath. So one of these days I might do the ice tub. Also, if the pool keeps getting warmer, I'm gonna have to find another solution, because once it gets above like 50 degrees, I'd say 55 degrees is probably the warmest that I'll let it get before it's no longer a cold plunge. Hopefully it'll stick in the 40s though. I mean, it is still the dead of winter. We've got plenty more days of 30-degree lows and even 20-degree lows coming in the future. So hopefully that'll keep the pool nice and cold. Time for the underwater meditation. 30 seconds underwater, purged lungs, totally relaxed, sitting on the bottom like a rock. Woo! You know, if you do that properly, you really can't feel the cold anymore. Like, I'm sitting here right now, and I've pretty much become accustomed to it. Like, I'm chilling now. And that's not to say I could stay in for 2 hours like my boy Wim Hof, but it's to say that I'm not in agonizing pain. So I think this will conclude the cold plunge. One of the other good things about swimming every morning is that you really get the movement going, so you kind of get the blood flowing, and then you also kind of dust off some of the cobwebs from your joints overnight. You know, a lot of my joints will crack when I jump in and I start swimming around, you know, and kind of get the movement going. But anyway, thank you for joining me on another crypto cold plunge. Cold plunge every day until Bitcoin 50K. This is the 4th installment, and I plan on doing it every single day until Bitcoin hits a price of $50,000. As Jake Paul once said, it's every day, bro. This has been Heavy. Thank you again for joining me. Please subscribe and turn on post notifications so you know every day when I upload one of these videos. And again, if you have started cold plunging because of me, or if you cold plunge at all in your everyday life, even cold showers, please drop a comment below. I'd love to have a talk with you about it.